Today on Jill's Nomad Survival, we're talking tool time, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently today. I'm going to talk about it in why you might need tools and how you might want to decide about what to bring with you. I am not an expert. This is my opinion based on my personal experience. I'm sure there's lots more of you out there that are better qualified than me, but this is how I kind of problem solve it, so I'm passing it on to you. We're going to see if I've got 125 feet of extension cord so I don't have to unplug my housing situation. We'll see if it works. So I've been thinking a lot about how to talk about tools because I've seen it commented in the comments below about how tools are tough. And you know, three things that were really hard for me to sort through were my tools, my kitchen supplies, and my books, because those are all collections. Those are things that have been acquired over the course of time. And because I renovated the other trailer, I had acquired quite a few tools, and it was hard because I couldn't bring them all with me. Now I'm faced with this dilemma as I'm trying to figure out how to do this one. What do I buy? What do I borrow? What do I hire? Is there really a good way to think about this? So what I've been doing is, like I said, I've been sorting through what I want to buy, what I want to borrow, what I want to possibly hire people for. But I'm going to ask you to think about it in three ways. So not just about a specific project, but overall all kinds of tools. And there's really what you need to repair, what you want to build, and what you need to survive. And the way that really breaks out is things like a shovel you need because you might have to shovel dirt out if you're stuck in the mud. You might have to shovel snow out because you're stuck in the snow. So there are those kinds of tools that are your basic survival tools. There is also, you know, axes and knives, if you want to think about those. Things that are just really basic to if, you know, we don't have electricity and you really need some hardcore survival stuff. The second is repair, and that to me is the car and the trailer, which you can't see. I'm pointing to both. But the breakout for that is, you know, there's certain things that you just need with the car. You need one of these, although I got to tell you, I don't have the right one for the truck yet. They're really expensive. There's my emergency shovel that I take with me when I'm driving in case there's snow or mud. There's jack, and the jacks I use not just if there's a car flat, but also for the trailer in terms of jacking it up if I need to do repair. So those kinds of things to me are the essential repair items in addition to, you know, screwdrivers, wrenches, things like that. Now that puts us ladder. Ladder is a big issue. Luckily this horse trailer has a ladder that's attached, but you need to be able to get on your roof. I had to let my ladder go because there was no way to transport it easily. So that's one of those decisions that you have to just do what's right for you. But they're also a lot easier to borrow because you're less likely to break a ladder than something else. So that really moves us into building. And I'm going to ask you to think about it two ways. One is, if that's something that you can make money at, or if it's something that might be a tradable skill, then you really probably want to think about building much differently, you know, than somebody like me who only is going to build on occasion, this being one of them. So this has been the hard part about figuring out what to buy. So I've been in the process of, you know, saving my pennies and trying to figure out what to buy. And I bought a couple tools that I think will be practical. So that's what I'm actually doing this morning is I'm testing them out to make sure they work. So if I need to send them back, I can do that. But I wanted to talk about this idea of how you can think about your tools, because everyone's going to have a different amount of space, whether it's in your car, in your RV, in your van, or in your trailer, or your backpack. We have to think about what kind of tools we need more in the service of how we're going to use them versus, you know, someday I might do a project, because I get into that trap too. It is a different way to think about it. What can I borrow? What can I buy? What can I hire? What do I need to own? Versus survival, building, repair. So those are the three things. Now I'm going to test out and see how I did. It almost made it. So that was bad. I couldn't get it turned off. The grinder makes me nervous because I have no idea what I'm doing. But don't worry, I'll figure it out before I get dangerous. There's one more tool I want to talk about, and that is something to blow your tires up with. And I've actually had 3 different air compressors over this journey, and they all keep breaking. I was lucky to find this little tiny one, not a great big one. I haven't tried it to see if it will work yet, but it's really important because if you're going to be traveling and you're out in the middle of nowhere and you get a flat or your tires are low, you need to be able to blow your tires up. In addition, you don't want to drag your trailer or your big fat RV every time you want to add tires. Just something to think about. A little compressor goes a long way. So that's it today for my tool time. Now I have to clean this whole mess up, but I really wanted to just take a moment to test, make sure everything works, make sure I had enough extension cord. Everything looks like it's a go. Little baby steps. So I want to say thank you for spending this time with me. You can find everything over at jillelizabeth.net. And as always, I want to say I hope you will rise with the sun in your eyes, love in your heart, feet firmly on the ground. Just a little tip, as together we walk on Survival Road, one day at a time. Live free, die wild, my friend, and we'll see you next time.